We've got Tom Ryberg calling the balls and strikes, Rick Cacciatore's at first base, Glenn Cole at second base, and Sam Finn will be umpiring at third. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the flag out in right center field. We honor America with the playing of our national anthem, to be performed this evening by Ms. Anna Steele.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, who brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Anna. Now for the 2 words we've all been waiting for to get this game started.
Let's play ball!
From Morelli Field at Melrose High School in Melrose, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's Game 4 of the Intercity League Championship Series between the Blue Sox and the Alibrandis, with the Blue Sox leading the best-of-5 series 2-1. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Sam Finn will not be joining me on color tonight. He is umpiring at third base tonight. Would be nice if we could mic him up and have him do color from third, but that's really reserved for just an all-star game. But anyways, the Blue Sox taking the loss on Wednesday night with allowing 4 runs in the top of the 7th after tying the game after being down 3-0 and 4-3. Blue Sox used a lot of pitchers Wednesday night, and they will be using Mike Gianellis on 3 days rest, though he did not have nearly the workload his opposite number, Matt Horan, did on Monday night, to try and wrap this one up. We'll give you this. Let's give you the starting lineup for the Lexington Blue Sox and the Carolina blue jerseys with the navy blue cap and white pants. It'll be Aaron Barboza leading it off in right field, followed by Taylor Ferguson in center. Ross Curley is at short. Julian Alvarez is the DH. Ryan Berardino is at first. Richie Burgos is at third. Dominic Zaire is in left. Morgan Brown is at second. And John Puttress rounds out the lineup behind the plate. Their starter, as I mentioned, Mike Gianellis. The opposite number on the mound for the Alibrandis, Ryan Corvo, making his second appearance of the postseason. Got the win in the semifinal clincher last Friday against Wakefield, going 6 innings, allowing 8 hits, 3 earned runs with 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. Corvo comes set and fires the first pitch at 7:47, and it's in there for strike 1 to Aaron Barboza. We're underway. Barboza at 278 this postseason, no extra base hits and 2 RBIs. Corvo delivers the 0-1, and he delivers outside for ball 1. The defensive alignment for the Alibrandis, left to right in the outfield, Bobby Barrett, Michael McGuire, and Juan Parra. Third to first in the infield, Matt Henriksen, Mark Odessa, Ryan Leung, and David Lightbody, and Teddy Juba catching Ryan Corvo. Barboza shows bunt, pulls back, and it's outside for ball 2. It's now 2-1. Three and 1 now to Barboza. Corvo had one appearance against the Blue Sox in the regular season. That was on opening day, taking the loss in 3 2/3 innings, allowing 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 which are earned, walked 4, and struck out 1 as he gets it to a full count, 3-2, but did not lose a game the rest of the way. He finished at 6-1-1 with a .57 ERA and finished 5th in the Intercity League in strikeouts with 50 in 44 2/3 innings. And he picks up another one here as Barboza goes fishing for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 10, Taylor Ferguson.
That'll bring up Taylor Ferguson. Ferg playing in his 3rd game of the postseason, 2 for 6 with 1 RBI and 2 walks. No extra base hits. And he takes strike 1. That is down and in to Ferguson, ball 1. Ferguson, in his career with the Blue Sox in the postseason, is a .313 hitter with 1 homer and 9 RBIs. Runs inside, 2-1. There's a lot of ways to look at this game in terms of who has momentum. Obviously, the Alibrandis stopping the Blue Sox 14 consecutive games won in the Intercity League Championship Series streak on Wednesday night. But with the night off Thursday for the old-time baseball game, which some of the Alibrandis actually played in, they want to keep playing. Blue Sox getting a chance to rest their bullpen arms that they use so many of in Game 3. As we have another full count, it's 3-2 to Ferguson with Ross Curley on deck. Chop down the third baseline, foul. Ferguson only played in 3 games in the regular season, was 1 for 9 with 2 RBIs. And he grounds this one towards the Blue Sox dugout. Still alive at 3-2. Blue Sox making Corvo work early. Fouled off again. Well, the pitch count is how they were able to wear down Matt Horan on Monday night. Horan, he probably wasn't going to go again anyway tonight on 3 days rest after pitching on 2 days and 1 day's rest earlier this postseason. But after throwing nearly 140 pitches in the first game of the series, you knew it was out of the question. Ferguson takes ball 4. We have our first base runner, a 1-out walk. But if the Alibrandis force a Game 5, a decisive Game 5 on Sunday, I think you can bet the house that you'll see Horan starting that game. So Ross Curley steps up to the plate. Ross at .563 with 1 homer and 6 RBIs this postseason. Takes on the outside corner, strike 1. Got 2 Intercity League MVP candidates at the plate there. Ross in the batter's box and Juba behind the plate. I say it a lot, but it's just hard to understate what these 2 men did for their clubs this year. The 0-1. High for ball 1. Ferguson can run. He has 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts in his career in the postseason. Corvo comes set. The pitch on the outside corner, strike 2. On deck is Julian Alvarez. Corvo looks at first, comes set. And the pitch. Chop foul. May have gotten a piece of Ross there. He'll walk it off. Ross this year against the Alibrandis was 2 for 7 in 2 games. Both of his hits were doubles and had 1 RBI. Ross taking a while to get back in the batter's box, showing Tom Ryberg his shin. He's got a shin guard there, but hopefully he's okay. Yeah, it's always gets the exposed piece, even when we wear like Barry Bonds level body armor. 1-2, here it is. This is down the right field line. That is going to be a fair ball. Ferguson is around second. He's on his way to third. Curley will hold at first with a single. So Ross picks up his 10th hit of the postseason.
The designated hitter, number 24, Julian Alvarez.
One behind Teddy Juba for the postseason lead. Runners at the corners. 1 out for Julian Alvarez, who snapped his hitless streak Wednesday night with his first hit of the postseason, but is now and actually went 3 for 13 with a double. And he fouls that one off for strike 1. After being 1 for his first 10 in the postseason, he was 2 for 3 Wednesday night with a double. Down and away for ball 1. Good pick by Juba. Curley at first, Ferguson at third. 1 out here in the top of the first. This is grounded to the right side. Leung's got it to the shortstop for 1. Back to first. In time for the double play, and the side is retired, and the Blue Sox do not score. After half an inning, it is the Blue Sox nothing, and the Alibrandis coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
Left on base. Now we'll bring you the Alibrandi Baseball Club batting order for game number 4. Leading off, the right fielder, it'll be number 8, Juan Parra. Batting second and playing the left field, number 24, Mike McGuire. Check that, center field will be Mike McGuire. Batting third, the catcher, number 22, Ted Juba.
LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis.
Brian Leung. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 16, player manager David Lightbody. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 17, Matt Henriksen. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 6, Mark Odessa. Pitcher on the mound right now for the Lexington Blue Sox as we get ready to start the bottom of the first inning is number 27, Mike Gianellis.
So as promised, here is the starting lineup for the Alibrandis. You may have heard it from Todd over the loudspeaker, but here it is just in case you didn't hear it there. Juan Parra's going to lead it off in right field, followed by Michael McGuire in center. Teddy Juba is behind the plate. Bobby Barrett is in left. Jake Miller is the DH. Ryan Leung is at second. David Lightbody is at first. Back in the lineup after getting punked with a pitch in Game 2. Matt Henriksen is at third. And Mark Odessa rounds out the lineup at short. The starter for the Blue Sox, as mentioned, on 3 days rest is Mike Gianellis. 1 second, folks. Just adjusting the microphones here.
Off for the Alibrandis in the bottom of the first inning, the right fielder, number 8, Juan Parra.
All right, so Mike Gianellis, as mentioned, on 3 days rest. We'll unfreeze the camera right here. As Gianellis misses outside for ball 1. Just a second, folks. Gianellis gets back in the strike zone, and it's 0-1. 1-1, rather.
At least you still have audio.
Yeah. Dribble down the third baseline. It'll be 1-2 to Parra at .391 this postseason. 1 double, 1 homer, 1 RBI. Gianellis making his third start of the postseason as he just misses outside ball 2. Gianellis is 2-0 with a 1.27 ERA. In 11 innings, has allowed 7 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 3, struck out 10, but surrendered 2 home runs and hit 1 batter. This is fouled off by Parra onto Linfells Parkway. It remains 2-2. Breaking ball in there for strike 3 called. Parra is set down on strikes to begin the bottom of the first.
The center fielder, number 24, Mike McGuire.
Here's Michael McGuire, the center fielder. McGuire at .250, 5 for 20 with 1 double and 4 RBIs. Outside corner, strike 1. The defensive alignment for the Blue Sox, left to right in the outfield, Dominic Zaire, Taylor Ferguson, and Aaron Barboza. Third to first in the infield, Richie Burgos, Ross Curley, Morgan Brown, and Ryan Berardinos. That's ball 1. And John Putras is catching Mike Gianellis. Gianellis delivers the 1-1. That's in there for strike 2. Gianellis threw about 70 pitches in his start on Monday night, so he's not overtaxed compared to someone like Haran, as that's outside for ball 2. Blue Sox dugout thought that was good, but that did look a little outside from here. That's on the outside corner, strike 3 called. McGuire knew it, and there are 2 down.
Catcher, number 22.
Now here is Teddy Juba, ICL regular season MVP, and if the Alibrandis can win the series, possible ICL postseason MVP. .550, 11 for 20 with 1 double, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, and 4 walks compared to no strikeouts. He squared to bunt, pulls back at strike 1. Umpires tonight, we mentioned Tom Ryberg at home plate. Rick Cacciatore is at first. Glenn Cole is at second. And Sam Finn at third. And
That would be former broadcast partner /
yeah, I know, right? Maybe we can get Sam on for some other broadcasts during the year when he's not umpiring. This is pop foul and out of play, and that'll be strike 2. Outfield playing Juba very deep, especially Barboza and right, as this is a little looper into shallow left, just beyond the infield dirt. Curley makes the catch, and the side is retired. After 1 complete, no score, this is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
No Blue Sox errors and no runners.
Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. We go to the top of the second. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Blue Sox. Ryan Berardino, Richie Burgos, and Dominic Zaire. First pitch to Berardino is on the inside corner for strike one. Berardino at .357 with 1 double, 1 homer, and 5 RBIs this postseason. 2 for 8 this series. 2 for 7 this series, I should say, is appealed down to first, and he did not go, so it's ball one. Hit a home run and had 2 RBIs in game 2 of the series. 1 and 2. Berardino getting the start at first base tonight. Has also been a DH this year for the Blue Sox. 2 and 2 the count as that misses down and away. On deck is Richie Burgos. Corvo comes set, working exclusively from the stretch. And this is grounded down to the third baseline. Foul, will remain 2 and 2. Blue Sox with a walk and a single in the first inning, but couldn't get anyone around to score as Corvo induced a 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Alvarez to end that inning. Berardino even in the count, 2 and 2. And the pitch. This is into center field. In comes McGuire, and that will get down for a base hit. Second hit of the ball game for the Blue Sox. And for the first time tonight, the Blue Sox have the leadoff man aboard.
The third baseman, number 18, Richie Burgos.
So that'll bring up Richie Burgos. .294 with 1 double and 4 RBIs this postseason. 3 for 3 in game 1 of the series, but 1 for his last 8. And he'll take all the way, and that is a first pitch ball to Burgos.
Did Corvo lead the ICL wins during the regular season?
Corvo was tied for the league lead in wins this year with 6, and was 5th in the league in strikeouts. It's in there for strike one. He is certainly a candidate for ICL Pitcher of the Year. Looking to roll another double play ball here off the bat of Burgos. The 1-1. Down and away, 2 and 1. Hitters count for Richie. Blue Sox trying to win their 5th consecutive Intercity League championship. The Alibrandis looking to force a Game 5 Sunday night back here at Morelli Field. This is grounded to the left side. They could have the double play to second for 1. Return throw to first. Little offline, but hauling it in is Light Body. And the second double play in as many innings makes it bases empty, 2 down for the Blue Sox.
The left fielder, number 29, Dom Zaire.
So let's see what last year's postseason hero Dom Zaire can do with 2 out and the bases empty. Zaire at .364 with 1 double and 1 RBI. And he takes down and away ball 1. Zaire was 0 for 2 Wednesday night. It's 4 for his first 7 in this series. Comes up empty, and it's 1 and 1. Blue Sox as a team are betting .324 this postseason, as that's fouled off for strike 2. But their pitching has been way off their regular season numbers. They have a combined team ERA of .320. They've allowed 16 earned runs in 35 innings.
Well, 8 of those came.
Eight of those runs coming last night. As Zare bloops this one on the infield, and a light body will make the catch for the out that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. And after 1.5, still no score. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel.
Maestro. Maestro, if you please.
Sorry, I got Gesso here.
I know, you're Mr. Mel, you're the mayor of Melrose on Network. Right? Right, of course. Number 7, Bobby Barrett.
Bottom of the second, it'll be the middle third of the order due up for the Alibrandis, Bobby Barrett, Jake Miller, and Ryan Leung. First pitch from Gianellis to Barrett is taken just outside ball 1. Barrett at .263 this postseason with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. And he is ahead now, 2-0. Three and 0. That's in there for strike 1, 3-1. On the outside corner, and Gianellis has gotten back into the count at 3-2. Fouled into the screen. Barrett hits this one into right center field. Barboza camping under it. Reaches up and makes the catch for out number 1. So good job by Gianellis coming back from down 3-0 to induce the flyout.
The designated hitter, number 33, Jake Miller.
Now here is Jake Miller, the baseball killer. 2 of 10 this postseason with 1 double and 2 RBIs. And he laces this one into left field, but Zare will dive. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did! Sam Finn rings him up. What a play by Dominic Zare to rob Jake Miller of potential extra bases.
The second baseman, number 35, Ryan Leung.
2 down for Ryan Leung. Leung has come on fire this postseason. 381, 1 double, 2 RBIs, including possibly the biggest hit of his baseball life Wednesday night with the game-winning double off Manny Del Carmen in a tie ball game with the bases loaded. And now it's a towering pop-up into shallow right, and this will be Brown making the catch for out number 3. After 2 completes, still no score. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 ICL Championship Series is being broadcast live by Local Sports Productions. Links to the video webcast with Sam Feely on play-by-play can be found at localsportsproductions.com and on many social media platforms, including Twitter at LSP37. All webcasts are archived for later viewing on the YouTube LSP channel. For more information, links are available on the ICL homepage at intercityleaguebaseball.com.
Well, we are scoreless through 2, and as Todd mentioned, that is a stark contrast from the first 3 games of this series.
Leading off with the Blue Sox in the top of the third inning, the second
No
baseman,
runs,
number
2 hits,
7,
no errors,
Morgan
1
Brown.
left for the Blue Sox. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. For the Alibrandis, as the 8-9-1 hitters come to the plate here in the top of the third to start with Morgan Brown, the second baseman. And he looks to bunt his way on. This is hit to Henriksen. He barehands it, fires to first. And it gets away from Lightbody, and now Brown is on his way to second. That'll be a single and an E5, and the first run of the ball game is in scoring position potentially for the Blue Sox, leading off the third. So that'll bring up John Puttress, and speaking of bunts, this is a possible bunt situation. Corner infielders creeping in very close. This is down the third baseline, but it'll be foul for strike 1. I prematurely put Brown at third there on the runners on graphic. My mistake. So Brown picks up his 4th hit in 17 at-bats this postseason. And now Puttress, who's 2 of 5, tries to lay down a second sacrifice hit. He gets it down. It's in a beautiful spot. The only play will be to first. And Brown now is officially at third with 1 away.
The right fielder, number 6, Aaron Barboza.
So the lineup turns over for Aaron Barboza, who struck out swinging his first time up. And that is ball 1 to Barbs. Infield comes in. Barboza looking for his 3rd RBI of the postseason. Takes down and away, ball 2. Three and 0 to Barboza. They could be pitching around him to try and set up the double play again, but Barboza can take that away easily with his legs if he wants to try and go for second. The 3-0. Ball 4 up and away. So a 4-pitch walk to Barboza. That's the 3rd walk he's drawn this postseason.
The center fielder, number 10, Taylor Ferguson.
And that'll bring up Taylor Ferguson. He walked his first time up, but was stranded at third in the first. Barboza getting his lead at first. And this is grounded to the left side. Do they have another double play to second for one? On to first, safe!
I didn't think so. It was too slow.
Nearly the third double play in 3 innings turned by the Alibrandis defense. Instead, the Blue Sox take a 1-0 lead. So Ferguson picks up the RBI.
The shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley.
Brown scores, and now Ross Curley. The all-important first run of this ball game. And Ferguson can run too, as we mentioned. He takes off. The pitch is swung on and fouled into the screen for strike 1. So the hit and run on the first pitch of the at-bat. Let's see if they try and run him again. Throw back to first, and Ferguson is back safely. Now, how demoralizing would that be for the Blue Sox if they ground into a third double play in 3 innings? Got a hit, a sac bunt, a walk, and a fielder's choice that brought home the first run of the ball game. That is inside for ball 1. Well, on the ball Ferguson hit, it was almost a double play. Yeah. Yeah, hypothetically, how demoralizing would it have been?
Yeah, I think that just hit a little too slow, and frankly, Ferguson's got a little bit more than the other guys who were running. I mean, you had Alvarez and Burgos running on the other ones. Yeah, Ferguson's
Ross swings and misses at a off-speed pitch down and in for strike 2. If Ross can get on, that'll bring up Julian Alvarez. Corvo looks at first, comes set. And the 1-2, he takes off. The pitch is inside. Throw down to second is offline. And Ferguson got a late read on the ball, but a good job by McGuire to back it up quickly. So no further advance to third. It's a runner in scoring position with a 2-2 count for Ross. 2-2 the count to Ross. Outfield has been playing fairly shallow for guys like Ross and who have a little bit of pop. As that misses inside for ball 3. Full count, another long at-bat for a Blue Sox batter. Foul tipped and not held on to by Juba, so Curley stays alive. Ferguson at second. Full count, 2 out here on the top of the third. Corvo comes set. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Juba tags out Curley for the out that retires the side, but the Blue Sox do get the first run of the ball game on the fielder's choice for Ferguson, and after 2.5, it is 1-0 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. So here we go to the bottom of the third. It'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the Alibrandis. David Lightbody, Matt Henriksen, and Mark Odessa. Lightbody, the first baseman, missed Game 3 Wednesday night after getting plunked with a pitch in Game 2. Lightbody at .235 this postseason with 2 doubles, 1 homer, and 5 RBIs. He's got 4 hits and 17 at-bats, and 3 of them are for extra bases. And he takes ball 1. Lightbody was tied for the league lead in home runs last year. He swings and misses, strike 1. This year in the regular season, batted .307 with 6 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 14 RBIs. Also had 11 walks. On the outside corner, strike 2. Lightbody doesn't like the call.
Carter's not in here. I don't know what he did. I don't know where the ball struck. He's got it. Well, where is it?
I don't know what he wanted.
Okay.
Oh, you got it right there, see?
Oh, okay.
Down and away, ball 2. Lightbody in the regular season against the Blue Sox was 3 for 14 with 2 RBIs. He fouls this one straight back. The team he really roughed up was the Melrose Americans, batting 6 for 13 with 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 3 RBIs. Against the Americans, he hits a towering fly ball into left center field, and it will be Ferguson making the catch for out number 1. Got under it just a little bit too much.
Well, third baseman, number 17, Matt Henriksen.
Lightbody, by the way, this year at Morelli was 3 for 7 with a solo home run and a double. Here is Matt Henriksen, and he takes up and away ball 1. Henriksen, 3 for 19, 158 with 3 walks. No RBIs this postseason. And he gets brushed back. It's ball 2, 2-0. Henriksen picked up his first hit in 9 at-bats in this series Wednesday night. That is on the outside corner, strike 1. 1 for 9 this series, after going 2 for 10 in the Wakefield series. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. On deck is Mark Odessa. Gianellis winds and delivers. Popped up. Behind first, Berardino. 2 down. So here's Odessa. He is also 3 for 19 this postseason.
Shortstop, number 6, Mark Odessa.
Has an RBI. And he swings and misses at a fastball up and away for strike 1. And like Henriksen before him, is 1 for 9 in this series. So he got his first hit in the first game of this series. So that misses outside for ball 1. He was 2 of 3 in game 1 against Wakefield. 2 for 3 with a run scored and RBI. You think, oh wow, that's going to really set the tone for him in the postseason. Hasn't been the case since, as he swings and misses to fall behind 1 and 2. He's 1 for his last 16 in the postseason, with 4 strikeouts. Up and away, ball 2. Hoping to come through and turn over the lineup for Juan Parra. The 2-2 pitch. Just missed ball 3. The entire Blue Sox defense took a few steps towards the third base dugout thinking that was strike 3, but to no avail. And now a payoff pitch to Odessa. Chop foul at the dish. 3-2 once again. Check swing. He did not go. Ball 4. So the first base runner for the Alibrandis comes with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd, and it turns over the lineup for Juan Parra.
The right fielder, number 8, Juan Parra.
Parra struck out looking his first time up in the 1st. Odessa not a threat to run, as that misses high for ball 1. When you get through the first 2 relatively easily and you think you have the number 9 hitter rung up, now you're staring at the number 1 hitter. And now you're behind him 2-0. Parra, as I mentioned, 391 entering play this postseason, now down to 375. He's had a hit in every game this postseason he's played. He takes all the way, and it's 2-1. His lone RBI came on a solo shot in game 1. And he swings and misses. And from 2-0 to 2-2. Parra has had 3 multi-hit games this postseason. Outside, ball 3. So Odessa will be off with this pitch. Gianellis pitching on 3 days rest. Wanted to throw the shutdown inning after the Blue Sox got the first run of the ball game in the top half this inning. But it's now in a little bit of a jam with the number 2 hitter McGuire on deck. Odessa takes off. This is chopped to the left side, and this will get foul, and it's probably better that it did because Parra would have had that beat easily for a base hit. So we do it again at 3-2. A couple of long at-bats here by Odessa and now Parra. Remember, Parra took Odessa deep. Parra took Gianellis deep in game 1. Can he do it again and give the Alibrandis the lead? Nope, but he will take ball 4. So back-to-back walks with 2 outs puts the tying run in scoring position.
The center fielder, number 24.
Here is Michael McGuire, the center fielder, struck out looking his first time up in the 1st. Looking to come through and at least tie this game, if not give the Alibrandis the lead. And he takes high, ball 1. Gianellis' command, which was phenomenal for the first 8 batters, starting to drift a little bit. And now Matt Karras coming out to the mound. Odessa at second, Parra at first. Gap shot should bring home both runners. Gianellis comes set. The pitch into center field on his horse is Ferguson. It's dying fast and a diving, not a catch. Not a catch by Barboza. In comes Odessa. To third goes Parra, and the game is tied at 1-1. Barboza laying out, hoping to have a repeat performance of Zare's catch in the bottom of the 2nd, but it is an RBI single for McGuire, his 5th RBI of the postseason, and now Juba takes strike one. The go-ahead run now at third for the Alibrandis, and the power hitter Juba at the plate. Outside corner, strike two. Gianellis ahead of Juba 0-2, wishing he could have done that to one of the last three batters. Parra at third, McGuire at first. And a line shot to second, and it's through for a base hit. The Alibrandis take the lead. Diving attempt by Morgan Brown could not haul it in. The Alibrandis have scored 2 runs on 2 walks and 2 singles after the first 2 were retired in the inning. And this all started after Gianellis thought he had strike 3
The left fielder, number 7, Bobby Barrett.
on Odessa. Juba comes through with his 12th hit and 6th RBI of the postseason. And now Bobby Barrett up and away for ball 1. Alibrandis not going down without a fight after being down 2-0 in this series. And Barrett comes up empty for strike 1. Gianellis thought he had strike 3 on Odessa, ended up walking him. Got to 3-2 against Parra, walked him. Then a bloop single and a smash up the middle, giving the Alibrandis the lead. This is driven deep to center. Back goes Ferguson in front of the wall. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Alibrandis take the lead on 2 runs with 2 hits, and they leave 2. After 3 complete, 2-1 Alibrandis. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
Scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Blue Sox errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. Here's your complete line score through the 3 innings here at game number 4 of the 2019 Intercity League Championship Series from Morelli Field for the Alibrandis Baseball Club. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. 2 runners left on base. For the Lexington Blue Sox, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Scheduled bat for the Blue Sox in the top of the 4th inning will be Julian Alvarez, Ryan Berardino, and Richie Burgos.
LSP's next broadcast is Sunday night with Game 5 of the 2019 Intercity League Championship Series, if necessary, between the Blue Sox and the Alibrandis. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store.
Okay. Leading off the Blue Sox in the top of the 4th inning, the designated hitter, number 24, Julian Alvarez.
Top of the 4th, it'll be the middle third of the order due up for the Blue Sox. Julian Alvarez, Ryan Berardino, and Richie Burgos. Alvarez hits this first one into right field. Back goes Parra all the way to the wall. He reaches up, and he made the catch. Alvarez gave the first pitch of the inning a ride, but Parra tracks it down, and on one pitch, Alvarez is now 0 for 2.
The first baseman, number 49, Ryan Berardino.
So Gianellis needed that shutdown inning after the Blue Sox got him the lead in the top of the 3rd. But with the Alibrandis scoring 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, now it's Corvo's turn to throw a shutdown inning as that runs inside on Ryan Berardino for ball 1. Berardino singled his first time up. in there for strike one to even the count. A couple of Blue Sox pitchers went out to the bullpen just now. Didn't catch who they were. Down and away for ball two to Ryan. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Alibrandis. This is fouled off by Berardino, and the count is even at 2-2. Blue Sox have had a hit in every inning, but just 1 run. They've grounded into 2 double plays in nearly a third before Ferguson beat 1 out, and that allowed the first run of the game to score. That was the last inning. Blue Sox playing from behind here. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Berardino is called out on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Corvo. And there are 2 down.
The third baseman, number 18, Richie Burgos.
And now Richie Burgos. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play, his first time up in the second. Burgos going with the plain white batting gloves rather than the ruby reds tonight, as that is inside for ball 1. Two and 0. Three and 0. Burgos was 3 of 7 in 3 games with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored against the Alibrandis in the regular season. And he takes ball 4, a 4-pitch walk issued to Burgos. So the Blue Sox get a 2-out base runner, and that'll bring up Dominic Zaire. Zaire 0 for 1 with a pop-up to first. I have a feeling that the bottom of the 4th will be Gianellis' last inning. As that misses down and in for ball 1. With action warming in the Blue Sox bullpen and Gianellis on 3 days rest. I think 4 is his limit tonight. And Teddy Juba going out to have a word with Ryan Corvo. 5 straight balls thrown by Corvo. Zaire ahead in the count 1-0. Alvarez nearly tied this game on the first pitch of this inning, but it was a long fly out to right. And Berardino struck out looking, then a 4-pitch walk to Burgos. Now let's see what Zaire can do. Head in the count 1-0, down a run. He fouls this one off for strike 1. Get on top of that one like that's an off-speed pitch. Burgos at first, 2 down. And the pitch, chopped foul over the Blue Sox dugout. And now it's 1-2. Fouled off again. The Blue Sox have trailed the Alibrandis in each of the last 2 games. They won game 2 and, of course, lost game 3. Trying to come back again here in game 4. That nearly hit Dom, and it's 2-2. And I think the Blue Sox are starting to notice that Corriveau is trying to work inside, so they're starting to step up a little closer to the plate. The 2-2. This is into left center field. That's down for a base hit. That's going to be cut off by the center fielder, McGuire. So first and second, 2 out for Morgan Brown.
The second baseman, number 7, Morgan Brown.
Brown laid down a bunt single, then got to second on the error on trying to throw him out on that bunt single, and eventually scored the Blue Sox run last inning. That's downstairs for ball 1. Burgos at second. Zare at first. Runners not being held. The pitch. 2-0. Hitters count for Morgan. Grounds this one to the left side. Through for a base hit. Burgos will be held at third. So the bases are loaded with 2 out. And now John Puttress. He won't be bunting here. And now we're going to have a conference at the mound. This is just a confidence-boosting visit. As Todd said, doesn't look like anybody's warming for the Alibrandis. John Puttress laid down a sac bunt his first time up in the third. That got Morgan over to third.
The catcher, number 2, John Puttress. What would necessarily be wrong with dropping a bunt? I'd be surprised the hell out of everybody.
Puttress, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored this postseason. Trying to come through in a big way here. He lines this one into left center field. It's down for a base hit. First pitch swinging. Tying run scores. Go ahead run scores. John Puttress gives the Blue Sox the lead.
Nice swing. Big clutch hit from your number 9 guy. Wow. Can you top this? One in the top of the third, 2 in the bottom of the third, 2 more in the top of the fourth, and you take the lead. The right fielder, number 6, Aaron Barboza.
John Puttress, in his career in the postseason, in 14 games, is a .227 hitter with 4 RBIs, and he just picked up his second here as this is grounded to the right side. Throw to first in time, and they got Barboza just by a step on a very slow roller. So the side is retired, but the Blue Sox take the lead again with 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 2. After 3.5, we are halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 3 and the Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Bottom third, it'll be, bottom of the fourth, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Alibrandis, Jake Miller, Ryan Leung, and David Lightbody. Mike Gianellis out there for his 4th inning of work. In all likelihood, this is going to be his last inning of work. Miller flew out to left. Well, shouldn't really say flew out to left. He had a sinking line drive that Zare made a phenomenal catch on his first time up in the second. Well, Gianellis couldn't get that shutdown inning last inning. He really needs it here. He went around, and it's strike 2. And Gianellis was close to getting it. He had 2 strikes on Mark Odessa with 2 out, and then a couple of walks and a couple of singles, and the Alibrandis took the lead 2-1 after 3. And a swing and a miss, kind of a feeble attempt there by Miller. And that is out number 1. And the Blue Sox with their own 2-run rally with 2 out and nobody on. Leung popped up to second to end the second his first time up. And he swings and misses for strike 1. Leung grounds this one to short. Tricky hop off the mound. Curley bobbles it. And that's going to allow Leung to reach. That bounce off the mound threw off Curley just enough. That should be a single, right? We'll check it with Bruce, but Leung is aboard regardless. And now here's David Lightbody.
The first baseman, number 16, David Lightbody.
Lightbody flew out to center his first time up in the third. Leung getting his lead off of first, a throw back to first, and he's back safely. All right, so it's an E6. Not a hit for Leung. The pitch to Lightbody is down and away for ball 1. Outfield playing Lightbody deep. Up and in, ball 2. And with Lightbody's track record of power hitting, got to be careful here. Gianellis comes set. The pitch. This is driven into center field. Back goes Ferguson. He reaches up and makes the catch. Line drive to center, 2 down. Lightbody is retired. He's 0 for 2. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Matt Henriksen, who popped up to first his first time up in the third. Gianellis has not gotten a ground ball out tonight. It's been 3 strikeouts and a line out, a couple, some outfield flyouts, and a couple of infield pop-ups. Leung takes off. The throw down to second is not in time. So that was ball 1. So Leung into scoring position with the tying run for Henriksen. And now Putty is going to go out to have a word with Gianellis. Are we going to have another 2-out rally? Well, Leung got on base with 1 out, but a lot of room down the lines for Henriksen. The outfielders are playing him to play into the alleys. 2-0. Leung at second after the error in the stolen base. Hitters count to Henriksen. The pitch. Inside corner, 2-1.
Averaging about 100.
Fouled off from 2-0 to 2-2. Mark Odessa is on deck if we get that far. Gianellis comes set. And the pitch. Fouled over the screen and out of play. Blue Sox scored the first run of this game in the top of the third. Alibrandis retaliated with 2 in the bottom of the third. Blue Sox reclaimed the lead in the top half of this fourth inning. And now the Alibrandis looking to tie it with a base hit. First, Gianellis will spin back towards second and look Leung back. Upstairs, ball 3. Full count to Henriksen. Gianellis comes set. The pitch. Popped up into shallow left. Curley going out. Now Zaire comes in and makes the catch, but nearly dropped it. But the side is retired, and the Alibrandis do not score. After 4 complete, 3-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Two, 3, and 4 due up for the Blue Sox here in the top of the 5th. Taylor Ferguson, Ross Curley, and Julian Alvarez. Ferguson 0 for 1 with a walk, an RBI, and a stolen base. As that misses inside for ball 1. Three runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 4 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Alibrandis. This is a slow roller to second. Leung's got it on to first. 1 down. So Ferguson is now 0 for 2. And that'll bring up Ross Curley.
The shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley.
Ross 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Three of the 4 runners the Blue Sox have left on base tonight have been in scoring position. Curley chops this one to the left side. Henriksen's got it, and on 1 pitch, Curley is retired, 2 down.
Designated hitter number 24, Julian Alvarez.
That'll bring up Julian Alvarez, who will try to erase his 0 for 2. Ground into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first and hit a long fly ball to right, but it was an out to lead off the fourth. Inside for ball one. Two and 0. Hitters count for Alvarez. There is action now warming for the Alibrandis, as that's on the outside corner, strike one, 2-1. Can't tell you who it is right now, but I assume we're going to have a new pitcher for the Blue Sox next inning. Strike two. Alvarez doesn't like the call. I wouldn't try to get a fifth inning out of Gianellis on 3 days rest. On deck is Ryan Berardino. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Alvarez is 0 for 3, and the side is retired 1-2-3 for the first time for the Blue Sox. After 4.5, 3-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Mike Gianellis still out there for the fifth on 3 days rest.
Leading off for the Alibrandis in the bottom of the fifth inning, the shortstop, number 6, Mark Adesso.
Mark Adesso to lead things off. Walked with 2 outs and scored the Alibrandis' first run. What was then the tying run back in the third. Gianellis ahead with strike one. Adesso, Parra, and McGuire, the 9-1-2 hitters due up here. This is grounded to the left side. Curley's got it cleanly this time on to first, and that is the first ground ball out of the ball game for Gianellis.
The right fielder, number 8, Juan Parra.
Leadoff man is retired here on the bottom of the fifth. Lineup turns over for Juan Parra, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, looking a walk and a run scored. And Gianellis misses up and away for ball one. When you're getting so many fly ball outs like Gianellis is, it makes it really dangerous against the power hitters the Alibrandis have in the lineup. You leave one high enough, they're going to crush it a long way. 1-1 the count to Parra, who does have a home run against Gianellis this series. This is grounded to the left side. Curley, this is going to be a tough play. And Parra reaches. With Parra's speed, that's going to be a base hit. And now Michael McGuire.
The center fielder, number 24, Mike McGuire.
McGuire, base hit his last time up that brought home Adesso with the tying run. Struck out looking in the first. Let's see if Parra runs here. He does not. This is grounded to second. Curley to second for one. Return throw to first. Double play! After not getting a single ground ball out through the first 4 innings, Mike Gianellis throws a very quick inning with 2 groundouts, including the inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. After 5 complete, still 3-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
Complete line scored through 5 innings of play here at game number 4 of the 2019 Intercity League Championship Series from Morelli Field. For the Lexington Blue Sox, 3 runs.
You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Top of the 6th, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Blue Sox: Berardino, Burgos, and Zaire. Berardino is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout looking. Corvo's still out there for a 6th inning of work. And the pitch is driven into right center field. Parr is on his horse, and he will track it down. 1 pitch, 1 out. So the Blue Sox have had the leadoff man retired in each of the last 3 innings.
The third baseman, number 18, Richie Burgos.
That'll bring up Richie Burgos. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 2nd, and then walked and scored what was then the tying run back in the 4th. His walk started the 2-out rally. The Blue Sox, in years past, have been known for 2-out, nobody-on rallies, but they haven't really had any of those this year. But it came at just the right time for the Blue Sox in the 4th inning, as a nice ricochet off the lip of the infield grass will give Burgos a base hit, and he is now 1 for 2.
The left fielder, number 29, Dom Zaire.
So the Blue Sox pick up their 7th hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Dominic Zaire. Singled his last time up. Scored what is currently the go-ahead run. And as part of that RBI single by Putras. Looking to make it a 5-2 game with that swing, but he comes up empty. And it's 0-1. Burgos off of first. And the pitch. This is driven down the left field line, and this is a foul ball. That was the hardest hit ball all night for the Blue Sox, and maybe even of the series. But Zaire was just out in front of it, and it'll be 0-2. Oof, that was a missile, and he pulled it too much. 0-2 the count to Zaire. Corvo delivers. Fouled onto Lynn Fells Parkway. They did have the dimension signs on this field in years past, but they don't have them anymore. Corvo looks at first, comes set. The 0-2. High for ball one. On deck is Morgan Brown. Swing and a miss, strike three. That is strikeout number 5 for Corvo.
The second baseman, number 7, Morgan Brown.
That'll bring up Morgan Brown, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored. This is dribbled down the third base line. Henriksen's got it on to first for the out that retires the side. After 5.5, still 3-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
There were no Alibrandis errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. Scheduled to bat for the Alibrandis at the bottom of the 6th inning. Ted Juba, Bobby Barrett, and Jake Miller. And that's still Gianellis, it looks like. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, thank you. Thanks, Sam. We'll see. I told you it didn't work, though.
The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Well, I've been wrong. I'm wrong again. Mike Gianellis out there for the 6th after a very quick 5th. He will face the heart of the order for the Alibrandis, Teddy Juba, Bobby Barrett, and Jake Miller, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, as he gets ahead of Juba 0-1. Juba 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a line out to short. And he homered off of Gianellis in game 1. He swings and misses at a changeup. It's 0-2. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Alibrandis. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 5 left for the Blue Sox. Juba steps out of the box and steps back in. The 0-2. Little nubber to third. Burgos. 1 down. Great scoop by Nate Wolf, the new first baseman, coming in defensively pretty much for that purpose. So Juba is 1 for 3.
The left fielder, number 7, Bobby Barrett.
And that brings up Bobby Barrett. Barrett is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts, 1 to right, 1 to center. Gianellis winds and delivers. Little slow roller to the left side. Burgos! Nope. Hit way too slowly. That puts the tying run at first as Barrett picks up his first hit of the ball game.
The designated hitter, number 33, Jake Miller.
And my pen ran out at the very worst time.
I have spare pencils if that helps.
0-1 the count, 1-0 rather the count to Jake Miller, who is 0 for 2 with a flyout to left at a strikeout. That's in there for strike 1, 1-1. it away, ball 2. Hitters count for the powerful Jake Miller, who hits this one down the left field line, but foul for strike 2. Similar to Zare's pull in the top half of this inning. Yeah. No, I can use that. I can still use Todd's. The 2-2 to Miller. Upstairs for ball 3. I'll appeal. He didn't go around. Ryan Leung on deck. Strike 3 called. Miller can't believe it. He's down on strikes for the second time, and that brings up Ryan Leung.
The second baseman, number 35, Ryan Leung.
Leung is 0 for 2, popped up to second in the second, reached on an error, and stole a base in the fourth. And Leung is behind 0-1. In the top of the seventh, Blue Sox will have the 9-1-2 hitters due up: Puttress, Barboza, and Ferguson. Fouled off, and Leung is behind 0-2. Barrett at first after the infield single. The 0-2. Fouled off. Arena baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Would not have counted, unfortunately, for Putty, but it's just it's like umpire caught it. That's strike 3, right? 0-2 the count to Leung. Runner takes off. The pitch is down and away, and that'll be a stolen base for Barrett. 1-2, tying run, now in scoring position for the Alibrandis. One and two the count to Leung, who had the biggest hit of his life last Wednesday night. And he swings and misses for strike 3. Mike Gianellis, what a phenomenal performance thus far on 3 days rest. Picks up his 5th strikeout. And after 6 complete, it is still the Blue Sox 3 and the Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is Sunday night at 7:40 p.m. with Game 5 of the Intercity League Championship Series, if necessary, between the Blue Sox and the Alibrandis. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. So,
Leading off for the Blue Sox in the top of the 7th inning, the catcher.
Crazy Train just played on the stadium loudspeaker. And it's fitting because a man who's on a crazy train right now is on the mound for the Alibrandis. It's Matt Horan. He will face the 9-1-2 hitters, Putras, Barboza, and Ferguson. Putty with the big 2-run single his last time up. He's 1 for 1, had a sac bunt in his first appearance. Horan on 3 days rest after throwing 140 pitches in 6 innings. Trying to keep this at a 1-run deficit for the Alibrandis going into the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Leung makes the catch, and Putty is retired, 1 down. Now the lineup turns over for Aaron Barboza.
The right fielder, number 6, Aaron Barboza.
Barb's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a walk, and a ground out. He takes strike 1 from Horan. The Alibrandis putting Horan out there, who's pitched on 3, 2, and 1 days rest. And Barboza behind 0-2. We'll give you the line on Corvo in just a second. Right now, Barboza behind 0-2. And he hits this one to the left side foul and out of play. Remains 0-2. Down low for ball 1. So the line on Ryan Corvo, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 7 hits, as this is blooped down the third base line, and that will get foul. Unable to make the catch against the fence was Henriksen. So a reprieve for Barboza. As I was saying, the line on Ryan Corvo, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. One and 2 the count, 1 down. Barboza waits for the 1-2 and takes outside ball 2. Matt Horan, who's just been a maniac for the Alibrandis this postseason. Pitching his heart out, hoping to give the Alibrandis their first Intercity League championship, but the count is run full to Barboza, 3-2. Fouled off. Good battle here by Barboza. You gotta wonder, how much does Horan have left in the tank after throwing 140 pitches, close to that, on Monday? Just trying to keep the deficit at 1 for the Alibrandis. This is grounded up the middle, and this will get booted, but it'll probably be a base hit anyway for Barboza, so he is aboard with 1 out in the top of the 7th. So that'll bring up Taylor Ferguson, 0 for 2, walked in the first, reached on a fielder's choice for an RBI and stole a base in the third, and grounded out to second in the 5th. Barboza bluffs off of first, and the pitch is a strike to Ferguson, 0-1. Center fielder McGuire playing a few steps towards right. Big gap to the left center field alley for the right-handed hitting Ferguson. You know, Barboza once again to scoring position for Ferguson. He takes off. The pitch is low. The throw is not in time. It was a one-hopper to second, and Barboza got around the tag. So it is 1-1, and a runner in scoring position for the Blue Sox. Ferguson takes strike 2. Manny Del Carmen likely waiting in the wings for the Blue Sox in the bullpen. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A big out there as an RBI threatened Ferguson is retired. And now it'll be up to Ross Curley.
The shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley.
Ross 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a ground out to third. Ross takes strike 1. In the bottom of the 7th, the Alibrandis will have the bottom third of the order due up. Lightbody, Henriksen, and Odessa. Curley behind 0-1. Swings and hits this one into center field. Back goes McGuire, camping under it, and he makes the catch for the out that retires the side. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. It is closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 3, Alibrandis 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
Scheduled back for the Alibrandis in the bottom of the 7th inning will be David Lightbody, Matt Henriksen, and Mark Odessa.
LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Manny Del Carmen out for the save. Pitching in his 4th game out of a possible 4 this series. Actually, he's pitched in all 6 games this postseason. He misses inside for ball 1 to Dave Lightbody. Lightbody 0 for 2 with a fly out to 2 flyouts to center. 2-0. Again, it's the bottom third of the order due up. Lightbody, Henriksen, and Odessa. Strike 1 with the fastball. The line on Mike Gianellis, 6 innings, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. 3-1. Matt Horan, on 3 days rest, just pitched a scoreless inning of relief. This is grounded down the third base line, but Richie Burgos fields it in foul territory, so the count will fill at 3-2. Light body trying to race his 0 for 2. Ball 4. Tying run now at first. Winning run comes to the plate.
The third baseman.
Possible sacrifice situation here for Matt Henriksen. He's 0 for 2 with a pop-up to first and a fly out to left. And now it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Henriksen.
We have a pinch runner.
Oh, pinch runner at first.
Pinch running at first base, number 9, James Crampton.
So James Crampton is going to pinch run at first for light body. Henriksen squares, and the only play will be to first. 3-4 goes the sacrifice. Tying run now in scoring position.
We're going to pinch a song in here, 28.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Mark Odessa. Looks like it's J.P. Songen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Mark Odessa, number 28, J.P. Songen.
Del Carmen comes set. The pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Downstairs for ball 1. Inning led off with a walk by David Lightbody, pinch run 4 by James Crampton. Henriksen lays down a sac bunt. We now have 1-1, 1 out, runner in scoring position. This is into left center field. Zaire makes the catch. 2 down. And now the lineup turns over for Juan Parra. The last chance of the game and the season for the Alibrandis.
The right fielder, number 8, Juan Parra.
Parra is 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the first. Walked and scored in the third. Singled in the fifth. Popped up, foul and out of play. Strike 1. Crampton still at second. Del Carmen comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Foul and a swing and a miss and a pitch down and away. Trying to blow him away with a fastball here? Parra wisely calls time, settling himself down for the biggest pitch of the season. Del Carmen comes set. The 0-2. Here it is. Down and away for ball 1. Base hit ties this game. One, two. Strike 3 called! It may may be the silver season for the Blue Sox, but it's another golden finish as the Blue Sox win their 15th Intercity League championship and 5th in the last 5 years, and in just 25 years have overtaken the Chiefs as the most successful franchise in Intercity League history.
Of game number 4 of this 2019 Intercity League Championship Series for the Lexington Blue Sox. 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 6 runners left on base. For the Alibrandis Baseball Club, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 5 runners left on base.
So, in a game that took 1 hour and 48 minutes, the winning pitcher is Mike Gianellis. He's 3-0 on the postseason. The losing pitcher is Ryan Corvo. He's 1-1 on the postseason. The save goes to Manny Del Carmen, his 5th of the postseason. The final totals for the Lexington Blue Sox: 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 6 left. And for the Alibrandis, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 4 left. Our players of the game: Mike Gianellis, 6 innings on 3 days rest with 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, and 2 runs allowed. And honestly, John Puttress with the game-winning 2-run single in the 4th with 2 outs. And of course, calling such a phenomenal game for Gianellis and Del Carmen to pitch the Blue Sox to a 3-1 series victory and their 5th consecutive and 15th overall Intercity League championship. I think you got to give postseason MVP honors in terms of the hitters to Ross Curley and pitchers, co-pitchers of the postseason, definitely Mike Gianellis and Manny Del Carmen. So it's another successful season for the Blue Sox. Winning never gets old, and the Blue Sox claim another championship. And I told you it wasn't going to be a sweep. I told you it was going to be very competitive, and the Alibrandis fought to the very last out. And while it wasn't a sweep, and while one didn't go 5 games, it was one of the more. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just elated because this is my 8th championship with the Blue Sox, and I can't thank Rick DeAngelis enough for the opportunity he gave me to broadcast these games to you folks. And I know you all appreciate it, Mrs. Wojtik and Herb Everett and all the fans around the country who follow the Blue Sox Brotherhood, and I'm really thankful for all the opportunities. No, this is not a goodbye speech. I just want to be clear. This is not a goodbye speech. Okay. Oh my God, this was just a roller coaster of emotions. This game, from 1-0 to down 2-1 to the 3-2 lead that held up over the last 3 innings, and Rick DeAngelis gets the water bath and a big hug from Josue Feliciano, who was hitting close to 500 the first half of the season, but may have seen his career come to an end, running out a ground ball on a quad injury midway through the season. But Josue Feliciano has been a part of the Blue Sox for 5 years. He's won 5 championships, and this is just a phenomenal group of guys. It wasn't the most dominant group we've ever seen in the Blue Sox, but I say it before, I say it again, I'll say it a million times. Coach Ty always taught me that a win is a win is a win, and no win is sweeter than a championship win. Look for my Instagram post biting the Intercity League trophy, the Taste of Victory 2019 edition, and here comes the champagne spray and the team championship photo. Yeah, Sal. Wow. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or local sports productions is strictly prohibited.
First of all, I want to thank the whole crew here at Morelli Field
A reminder that
for all of their support and everything.
champagne smells getting to me already.
Together once again for the 6th straight year. Thanks to all the fans for your support, not only here at Morelli Field, but throughout the entire 2019 NBC League.
A reminder that LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis.
Otherwise, if you're going to hang around, looks like there might be a party going on.
This wraps up Season 8 of Blue Sox Baseball on LSP. Thank you to everybody who's enjoyed these video broadcasts for the 3rd straight year. And be sure to check localsportsproductions.com/live in the coming weeks for the updated fall schedule. We've already got some great old tech sports games on the schedule in the first week or so of September, so check those out. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Morelli Field at Melrose High School in Melrose, Mass. It is the Lexington Blue Sox 3 and the Alibrandis 2. The Lexington Blue Sox win the Intercity League Championship Series 3-1 and claim their 5th straight and 15th overall Intercity League Championship. For everybody who's joined me at the commentary table this year, Borja Jones Barasaluthe, Manny Del Carmen, Josue Feliciano, Sam Finn, Bruce Hack. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.
You didn't have Danny Graham for one of those games? I thought
Oh, yeah, Danny, too. Thanks, Todd.
I thought it's right. It sounds like you got most of the rest of them.